All right, well, Sheriff, I like that. That's mighty fine, mighty kind of you. Next up, we got Sheriff Sticks on the bat. So, Sheriff, go for it. Draw, cowboy.
Okay, 22 points. You're up 22 points. There's 7 minutes. Let's say 8 minutes and 19 seconds, by the way, to be exact, in the fourth quarter. Do you know that by analytics from the four-letter network, it was a 99.9% chance, likelihood, that the Cavaliers would win that game?
So does that make you not believe in analytics? Like when you see something like that?
I mean, that's crazy to think. 99.9%. That's like, could you imagine if that was a paternity test? Like, wait, hold on. That's your kid. But that wasn't their win. They did get a win last night with 99.9%
Never thought about
probability to win that game. That is bad. And that's my bad for the week.
Never thought about it like that.
That's your baby.
So 1 line or 2 lines?
All right, well, that covers the bad. Now it's time for the ugly of the week, everybody. And, well, it's the last, but certainly not the least. We got Constable Quinn and Sheriff. Draw for the ugly, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Constable Quinn.
Yeah. It's more like constipated Quinn, the way Suika's got this thing going. So things could be getting ugly up in Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix. That's right. In Montreal, strippers are planning a strike for the weekend of the Grand Prix. They're hoping that withdrawing their labor on the busiest night of the year for the city's strip clubs will help them move towards their goal of full employment rights. That's right. The SWAC, not the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the Sex Work Autonomous Committee have called the strike for May 23rd, the eve of the 5th race in Formula One. It's as part of a campaign to achieve recognition as employees with associated rights. So you want to see things go bad to ugly? Go check out one of those strip clubs during this Grand Prix here coming up in about a few more days.
As Pete Prisco would say, they are who they are.
I mean,
they'll be there.
I mean,
by the way, for those that don't
just
know,
like Cat, they'll be there.
The biggest demand is they're trying to abolish what's called a bar fee, where the strippers, they must pay to perform in the clubs. So they're trying to do away with that. They also
pay?
It's like a hairstylist.
Very relatable.
Correct.
Very relatable
Same
to
thing
us.
with a barber.
They're also working for greater sanitary working conditions.
Wipe down the poles, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Or
well,
the
I think we
toilet
could wipe
seats.
down some things in our own studio.
That's
Maybe the floor of
correct.
the bathroom.
That-
I
That'd be
have
nice.
a duster.
Or the board. Yeah,
I
all of
think
it.
that's going to help. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got fire smoke blowing through the vents here. So, I mean, we got all sorts of problems in the studio.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm not going to get involved with
What do you mean? What do you mean, Bar? Come on, man.
The ugly could come from you saying what you saying.
I do want to know what the
Catch me up in it.
I do want to know what the replacement strippers, like how much of a drop off are we talking about here? You know what I mean? Like, because like you'll see some of these, like some of the women that either strip or are, doing adult films, you look at them and go, you're a rocket. Like there's got to be real legitimate options out there. And I just wonder, what is the step down from a stripper standpoint? Like, do they just elevate the daytime crew to nighttime? Or what do they do?
They do have daytime crews and nighttime crews. They do. They do have shift changes. I'm not in that though. I don't know nothing about.
I'm sending y'all the replacement right now. You're gonna love it.
Oh, perfect.
I doubt it.
I knew Loretta would be on this. Oh, here we go. Make it happen. Right?
We are Sports.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. The rush of racing? Nothing beats it. But Chumba Casino comes close. Chumba's got fast spins, fun games, daily bonuses, and all the action you can handle. Now that's a ride. Ready to hit the throttle? Get in the driver's seat and head to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and if you're skilled in manufacturing, waiting for your next job shouldn't slow your career down. Your local Express Employment Professionals team understands the industry and has connections with employers in your community. Express connects machinists, welders, assemblers, maintenance techs, and more with contract and full-time manufacturing jobs at companies hiring now. Go to expresspros.com and call the office near you. Skip the black hole of online applicants and put people back in hiring. Visit expresspros.com to contact your local Express office today.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Both of our earlier issues on Mopac have been taken care of. All lanes are back open northbound at 35th Street, as well as the southbound service road over at Rollingwood Drive. Looking at the commute, though, over on I-35 northbound, you are starting to slow down from 45 up to William Cannon. If you're heading this direction, plan for 10 minutes to be added to your Wednesday morning commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Clogged drain? No problem. Abacus makes it 1, 2, 3 easy. They clear the drain, conduct a video inspection, and include a 123-day clog-free guarantee for just $123. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
Visit abacusplumbing.com.
Delivering more is just how we do business at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Get more selection with our huge inventory of brand new Fords and quality pre-owned rides. More value with bigger deals and more confidence with our Austin family that's been serving Central Texas drivers for over 2 decades. Whether you're hauling gear to Zilker Park or commuting down Mopac, you get more with the team that knows Ford best. Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Visit us on South I-35 or online at group1fordofsouthaustin.com.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. Pantalones.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Henyon and Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Henyon and Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for over 35 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds that are tax-free and, according to Moody's research, have been historically low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Life after cancer matters. Livestrong is here for survivors and those who love them. More at livestrong.org.
Weezer wants to take you to court. The pickleball court. iHeartRadio has your chance to win a trip to New York. With premium seats to see Weezer live in concert. Plus, you're going to get to play pickleball with Weezer. All thanks to Weezer, Crush Music, and Live Nation. For your chance to win, tap the contest tab and enter while listening to us on iHeartRadio. Pack your paddle and prepare to be picked with Weezer and iHeartRadio.
From the Audiovisual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
The Knicks, they are within range. It only takes a couple of shots to put that pressure back on the Cavaliers.
Brunson drives on Wade. Scoop layup is good. Beautiful shot from Brunson.
This is the best Knicks team that I've seen since my time in the league. Well balanced, well coached.
But still trailing. Brunson banks at home again. 3 times in a row. Brunson guarded by Harden, wants to clear out. Fakes, drive, gets inside, pull-up jumper, got it! Jalen Brunson has come alive, and the Knicks are back within 10. Brunson against Harden, almost pokes it away. Shot clock at 10. Brunson drives, pulls up, shot is up, bank shot is good! The Brunson burner has been lit. It's an 8-point game.
Cavs might want a timeout if he scores.
Brunson, three-pointer, puts it in! Captain Clutch has come alive. Back to a 2-point lead. 26 seconds remaining.
Don't want to give up a 3.
Brunson with Harden on him. Brunson on the drive. The floater, bank shot. It's good. Picks up Brunson. Brunson brilliant in that fourth quarter. Drives, gets past Harden, gets inside. The floater's up and good. Jalen Brunson once again, and it's a 4-point Knick lead. Down 22 with 7.5 to go. Knicks take game 1 behind the brilliance of Jalen Brunson.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a way back Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. QB1 is getting respect, but is he getting enough respect? We'll break it all down. You just heard the Cavs and the Knicks in an old school battle. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us at 7:34. We will recap day 1 of the SEC tournament. AFC West is going to be tough. Changes in Dallas, and the Spurs look to take another one in OKC. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air. If not, womp, 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 womp.
Is this good enough?
Not going to be played. You know what was played last night?
What's that?
Was an epic basketball game. 2 games into the finals, the conference finals, and we get overtime in both of the games. One game goes 2 overtimes, another one goes 1 overtime, but not without an epic come-from-behind victory by the Cleveland Cavaliers, 115-104. You heard them say it. They were down 22 points with 7 minutes to go, and they come from behind to win the ballgame.
I thought it was unbelievable. I mean, just sitting there watching Jalen Brunson systematically break down the defense when the whole game he didn't do that. I don't understand. Like, did Cleveland get tired, one? Or did they realize, okay, this is our emergency and in case of emergency break glass offensive system? Because it worked. And it worked. It was dramatically a difference of putting Jalen and spreading everybody out almost like a 4 corners. And then having him go one-on-one with whoever he was covering. And they just, unfortunately, put James Harden on him.
Yep.
And he used James Harden like Kleenex. It was not even remotely competitive. And going forward, I guess this is what you do when you start the next game.
Yep. They went after James Harden like they were like other teams was going at Jalen Brunson for quite some time, but Jalen Brunson and the team understood what the assignment was and was able to attack. And here's Jalen Brunson talking about it in the post-game interview.
How did you guys get this one back?
On the way. I don't have an answer for you.
40, you guys outscored them since that point, 44-11. That's the last seven and a half in the fourth quarter and overtime. Just what was different? What started working for you guys?
We got some stops. We kept fighting, kept believing, just kept chipping away. You know, they were playing great basketball, and we just found a way. I really don't have an answer.
Once again, you put the team on your back in that fourth quarter to get the game to overtime. You went on your own personal run. Just what was that feeling like for you when you were in that zone?
I'll realize after the fact. But I'm just happy we found a way to win. We kept believing in each other, taking shots, kept running. My teammates got believe in me, my coaches. It's all credit to them.
I know it's the first 1-4, and this is one game, and you like to keep it right here. But what does a comeback win like this, what can it do for a team?
We can still learn from a win. We didn't play our best, obviously, until the end. But we can still learn from a win. We got a lot of work to do.
All right, we'll see you at game 2.
Thank you.
Mike.
44-11.
Yep.
That's brutal. And why are these announcers asking the same question every game to the players, knowing that the players are not going to tell you what their strategy was? When they go in that huddle and the coach is drawing up stuff, you think that they're going to come out and just I don't know. We know because we watched and we saw what they executed the plan. They just want to hear them say it. And they're never going to do it. Hey, due to my coaches, my teammates, like it's going to be the same rhetoric.
But you got to ask the question, though. You have to ask the question. If not, you'll get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
You got to be able to ask that question, though, because you never know. There are some people that like to talk a lot and will give you enough information without even really knowing that they spilled the beans.
They spilled the beans.
Yeah. I also wanted you to hear from Mike Brown, who decided it was best to go right at James Harden.
In the fourth quarter there, you got a lot of Brunson on Harden. Was that just something you guys were looking for, and is that kind of an advantageous matchup for you that really helped you guys down the stretch?
Yeah, it's sometimes you got to do what the game dictates, and they were trying to do the same thing with Jalen, and so we said, okay, we feel like we can play that game. We try not to play that game much, but we feel like we have a guy that we can play that game with in Jalen. And so, just like we have to try to figure out different ways to guard Harden and Mitchell, they got to figure out different ways to guard Jalen. But there's no secret we were attacking Harden.
Hardge, like you talked about diarrhea of the mouth. He said too much. Don't tell him.
Well, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Well, it was obvious, but I'm just saying. I'm not going to spell it out for you in so many words. The one thing that I do feel like Brown did a good job of coaching at the end of the game. But in the middle of the game, in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, throughout the whole third quarter, when they allow Robinson to come in to spell Cat, he was horrible, man. And they started the hack-a-shack. Remember how they were just they started to hack a Robinson. And he was 1 for 7 in the stretch. They already had an 11-point lead. So it was no way for the Knicks to actually have a mount of comeback because they weren't playing offense. They were going to the free throw line.
Yep.
And I've been saying this for a long time. Like Robinson, he's just not good enough to be on that Knicks team. He's good enough to be in the NBA. But he needs to play for a team that has a couple of dominant centers, maybe just one dominant center.
Well, he spells cat. So Cat is the playmaker for them. What they need from him is to come in and take some minutes up.
Let him get
out,
some
get
rest.
some rebounds.
6 fouls.
And get those 6 fouls. I mean, because he's being used the
But
way he
he's a
should be.
detriment because all they have to do is foul him. He cannot hit free throws, and you automatically have an 8-point swing in the 3 minutes to 4 minutes that you rest Cat. So you're going to give up 7 points?
Or maybe not. Let's not rush down the court and start jacking up shots and be patient until we can get Cat back in the game.
But they don't even have to pass him the ball with the new NBA rule.
Oh, I know what they are. I know what the rule is.
Well, everybody else listening don't know. I'm just
you.
trying to explain
got
to
you.
them the rule. So, like, unless he's involved in a play, a screen, anything, you can't foul him. But as soon as you cross half court, if you hold the ball, you're good. But as soon as you dribble it and he gets involved and touches another NBA player, they can foul him. And that's what they did. 7 points? It's ridiculous.
I mean, this has happened all season long, so they've adjusted pretty well. And here they are now being able to find a way to get it done. May not have been the conventional way as 22 points, but they got it done, and we'll see what ends up happening. It's going to be fun. We got overtime in both of these series. But coming up next on the Morning Kickoff, we want to hear from you. Is Arch Manning ready, or is he already the best quarterback in the SEC? Are we buying the hype? What are we doing? Let's talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A couple of new stalled vehicles out there this morning to watch out for. We got a stall on the entrance ramp on Mopac southbound coming on from Lake Austin Boulevard. There's also a stalled vehicle blocking off the left lane on the service road of Highway 71 westbound at Congress, and some stop-and-go traffic on the main lanes of I-35 northbound going from 45 to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hardworking, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's only natural. You see these golfers mistaking the True Green lawns for an actual golf course. Have you noticed that?
Come on.
No, I'm serious. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know what it takes to get golf course quality lawns.
So you're saying we could host a tournament out back?
Well, yeah, I guess we can. Get your own golf course quality lawn at truegreen.com. Truegreen.com. Let the pros handle the lawn. Just don't be surprised when golfers show up.
iHeartRadio brings you New to View, Streaming Edition.
Looking for something to watch? Listen up. Next week on Netflix, Wednesday, the second season premiere of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, as well as the fourth season finale of Perfect Match. Next Thursday on Netflix, the season 2 debut of the 4 seasons starring Tina Fey, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, and more. Next Friday on Netflix, the launch of the reality show Calabasas Confidential, as well as the Spanish documentary on tennis star Rafael Nadal titled Rafa. Next Monday on Acorn TV, the start of the psychological thriller Summer Water. Next Wednesday on Amazon Prime Video, the launch of the new Marvel series Spider Noir, starring Nicolas Cage. Next Thursday on Hulu, the season 2 premiere of Deli Boys. Next Thursday over on Paramount Plus, the 4th season launch of Criminal Minds Evolution. And next Friday on Apple TV, the series start of Star City, as well as the John Travolta film Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
And that's New to View on iHeartRadio. Happy binging.
When you're diagnosed with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you just want to feel better. Steroids help get my symptoms under control, but they come with problems and long-term risks. I need to look out for my future health. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation changed everything. They encouraged me to take action and even helped me find a specialist. We now have a plan that works for today and tomorrow. Don't put off finding an answer. Spill your guts. Learn more at spillyourguts.org.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. I want to talk about this because of the simple fact that Arch Manning continues to be the main topic, the main character in every movie that pertains to the University of Texas. But I don't think that a lot of folks are truly understanding what Arch Manning meant to this football team last season. Everybody always wants to go back to the first game against Ohio State. And that's fair. Go back and look at it. Go back and see Texas they could have won that game. They didn't. They could have. They were in position. They've had opportunities, and they came up a little bit short. Then you go on a little bit longer, and you look at some of the other performances. But then you look at those final 7 games of what Arch Manning was able to do. But before we get into that conversation, I want you to hear the conversation that was being had on another show. I think it was called Kane and Crow. I'll figure it out real quick. But I want you to hear what he says about Arch Manning.
Yeah, no, this is certainly the most interesting one on the list. This is what gets all the clips and the clicks and all that. I actually had Arch Manning at 3 on my list, and I went back and forth with how to grade Arch Manning versus Gunnar Stockton actually for about a half hour yesterday, and I think I did that on the first list that we made too. The biggest question for me is, will Arch Manning have his best moments in the biggest moments? And I think that's what a lot of college football fans around the country want to see. And you saw a progression towards the end of last season. And I think that he's going to pick up on that and have a good start to 2026.
And it was the Kane and Cone show. So here's some of the things that they were talking about during that time. You start looking at his performance against Arkansas, where he had nearly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then you look at how he finished against Michigan, another 4-touchdown performance. But he did it with his legs, and he did it through the air. And he finally got to the point in his mind that I'm balling, and I'm about to ball moving forward. And he just took over. 1,900 yards and 16 touchdowns with just 2 interceptions during the final 7 games of the season. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, they're looking at his last name and whatever it may be, and they're saying, oh, this is why it's happening. But if it was Smith, if it was Johnson, if it was Jones, and he was putting up these numbers, I think people would be talking about him even more.
Oh, that Jones kid, he's awesome,
Right.
man. Where did he come from?
Right. I think the fatigue from last year, where everybody was kind of over the Arch Manning hype because of the slow progression, I guess you would say, the slow burn for him to get to where he became that guy.
Yeah, I get it.
They really tried to tear his name down.
They did.
And they were so hard-headed at the fact of what they wanted it to be about instead of watching the games. Like we watch it because we're fans, but we're also watching it because we got to work. And we got to be able to come in here and explain and articulate what's going on. So we got a chance to watch him and watch what he went through and watch the growth and watch the change in body and being able to do the things. And that's why I have so much upside for him. That's why I look at it totally different, because it's not just hype. The dude is talented.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to a lot of the talking heads. I would ask that question to the defense coordinators. Every decent defensive coordinator that they play this season. What do you think about Arch Manning? And how do y'all prepare for? Well, we're going to lose some sleep.
Yeah.
Because he can do it with his legs. We're going to lose some sleep because he can hit the deep ball. A lot of times, Arch Manning was ineffective last year because he was running for his life. He didn't get proper protection in certain plays. If they're able to fix that, we're going to have our work cut out for us. That's what a defense coordinator would say, because he's telling you the truth and what he's afraid of and what they prepared for.
Right.
We speak with our heart. Hey, man, I want Arch to go out there and throw Coleman 2 touchdowns a game, hit Wingo every now and then for one, catch Mosley on the slant for first down, run one, catch everybody. We fans. But I'm talking about the guys that get paid $500,000 to $1 million a year, and some of them more than that, to like Will Muschamp, to defend what Arch is going to be doing. Them guys are losing sleep on the week that they play Texas. All you got to do is ask. Because Arch gives you multiplicity, as our guy Rod Babers would say. He can run it, he can throw it, but more than everything, he does it kind of effortless, because that's what he's been raised to be.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
A running game.
And he has that. And what else?
And a good offensive line, great protection.
And also another deep threat. So you add all this together, you should expect Arch to rise up even better than last year. He has weapons. He has running. He expected to have a running game, and is expected to have a better O-line. So,
and his defense is going to give him more possessions.
Yeah, the defense is going to cause turnovers, and the defense is going to cause mayhem. It's going to be lower scoring games and more protected leads.
Well, the one thing that neither one of you mentioned is going back to what I said. He doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
He takes care of the football. He doesn't. There's been some times where you've been like, wait, don't throw it into that spot, and they didn't catch it. But there's been also some times where you've seen him be patient enough to pull down, run, and fight the next play, as opposed to trying to force something. As I said, 16 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions to finish the season off is something that a lot of folks that watch the game, as you mentioned, and pay attention to the actual game, they see his growth and maturation in all of that. And now you got Sark that's going to be focused solely on him, where he doesn't really have to do as much on the defensive side. He can have those conversations with them on the sideline and kind of see what's going on with that. I mean, there's a lot that is involved in it, but he is the key to what is going to be expected to be a huge, huge year. So my question is, and I just want to throw it out there, is what constitutes a great year for the Texas football season when it pertains to Arch? Is it lead them to the playoffs, solid year but not too elite, exceed the expectations, or play them for a national championship?
I'd say leading to the playoffs minimally.
Yeah.
But
they might have 24 teams, so does that count? I'm just asking. No,
if it's 24,
asking.
then that's the par for the course.
Okay,
then.
okay.
Then I would change it to winning the SEC championship and winning the national championship. Those two things supersede even making the playoffs. Because, like you said, if it's 24 teams,
then you best be in
You better be in it.
Because if not, we got to.
That means you lost 2 games minimum.
We got bigger issues if we're not in the 24. I said that last year. Like, okay, they've expanded it, and then when they expand it, we ain't able to get in there. And I said we ain't. That's right. I said it.
Yeah, he said it. But hey, I'm with you. Hardge, since when did being in the top 25 really matter?
This year.
Only this year.
That's what I'm
Before,
saying.
it was about the 4.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And minimally, you say, okay, let's go 8. Let's double it. But you're going to go 24?
24.
How stupid is that?
It's all about finances. At this point, they don't really want 24. What they want is to bust the thing up so that everybody can get a fair share of the money now. That's what this is all about.
Life ain't fair.
I mean,
life is not fair. I wish if it was fair, I would have what I want rather than what I was given at times.
Well, you are talking about the NCAA, and nobody's even paying attention to what they're doing.
They just want to keep them big salaries.
Oh, well, they're about to keep something else because there's going to be a lot of lawsuits going on. We'll continue the conversations, but coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, get his thoughts on all things Texas Longhorns right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A stalled vehicle blocks off the left lane on the service road of Highway 71 westbound at Congress Avenue. Hopping on I-35 northbound this morning, you're starting to slow down from 130 up to Highway 71, a 10-minute slowdown, and 15 minutes tacked on to the morning commute going northbound on 35 from 45 to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
And now a word from our sponsor, Bud Light. There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... what if we just got out of here and grabbed some Bud Lights? But man, we're on air for 4 more hours. They'll figure it out. Sounds good to me. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Stock up now. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get rewarded just for shopping with Simon Plus. Don't miss Memorial Day sales at Simon Premium Outlets and Mills. You can get points at scores of stores, access to exclusive offers, and exciting surprises. You've got an extra day off, so make it pay off with the best deals from brands you love all in one place. It's a summer kickoff thing. Join today at simonplus.com. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The Spurs and Thunder, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals tonight in OKC. San Antonio leads 1-0. De'Aaron Fox questionable with an ankle injury. Knicks rallied from 22 down in the fourth quarter to stun the Cavs 115-104 in overtime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Alexander tossed 6 scoreless. Astros beat the Twins 2-1 at Target Field. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Buyers Barricades.
For traffic control rentals, sales, and 24-hour service, trust Buyers Barricades. From roadway safety to special event traffic planning, they've got Texas covered. Visit buyersbarricades.com and keep Texas roads safe. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today.
It's the French Open, where every point is a battle on clay. I'd know. I competed there for decades. Join me, Renee Stubbs, on the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast for no-nonsense breakdowns of the biggest matches, the toughest players, and the moments that define Roland Garros.
Listen, Elena Rybakina is arguably the best player in the world right now, and I actually
No
can
doubt.
win on any surface.
Search the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I love you guys. Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. As you know, every Wednesday we get a chance to talk to our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. And Danny, you know, we sit here today and we start to look. And, you know, you're always looking for a couple stories to get things going during this time of the year. And Arch Manning continues to be a major story when it comes to the University of Texas for obvious reasons. But I don't think people truly understood how well Arch played down the stretch. We cover him, so we get a chance to see it. But some of the people that just check into the game, I don't think they really realize how good Arch was down the stretch.
Yeah, I think after the Florida game, I think Arch kind of found his footing, and I think that's coincidentally, I think when the Athletic article came out, calling him a flop or whatever they decided to call him. But yeah, once again, hindsight is 20/20. But I think when we kind of look back at it and kind of realize that, oh yeah, Arch was a first-time starter last year, and his first start came against an Ohio State team that sent pretty much his entire team to the league. So that was a pretty good defense they were facing, and the UTEP game was a UTEP game. That was kind of I think something Arch would like to forget. It was a really substandard performance by him, but this is a guy kind of getting his feet wet and kind of figuring it out, and figuring it out with the entire country looking at him. So in retrospect, we were kind of foolish to put all these Heisman expectations on him, and kind of the bar. We set a very high bar for him coming in, and he struggled to meet it at the beginning. But, once the season got going and once he started kind of getting stuff figured out, he played really well. And that kind of culminated with the way he played in the Citrus Bowl. And, I guess we'll do the exact same thing all over again into this season with the expectations we'll put on him. But yeah, he played really well down the stretch. Once Georgia game wasn't great, but he played really well once he kind of got the feel of a starter. And I think we kind of forgot that he was a first-time starter going into last season.
Yeah, and that was the other part of it too. That's what I said. The same thing about the Ohio State game. It's like you go back and you look at it, and you're like, dang, they had like 5 guys drafted in the first round, like first 15 picks, because on that defensive side of the ball. So then they'll have some guys going on offense. So yeah, I agree with you.
Well, they lost by 7.
Yeah.
So they were the only team that Ohio State played in the regular season before the playoffs that didn't get beat by 17.
Right.
So, I mean, it wasn't like he played horrible in that game. It's just that he missed some crossers and stuff, and I think some of it was pressure.
Yeah.
But he's another year. Danny, when you face pressure, everybody that has not done something before, and you go in front of the world and everybody's watching you, you expect them to have a little pressure, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I also don't want to make this into a arch excuse fest. I mean, he didn't play. I mean, they only scored 7 points in that game, so let's not act like he was all right. I mean, he definitely struggled, but this was give credit to Ohio State. That was a great Ohio State team. And once again, I think some of us, probably the 3 of us on this call, media members across the country, Texas fans in general, we're probably a little foolish to just expect Arch to come out of the gate and be throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's a little disrespect at Ohio State. And I think it is what it is. I think we can look back at it and be like, okay, that was a little silly on our part. It was a little foolish to, put those expectations on Arch. But as the season progressed, as he became more comfortable as the full-time starter and this became his team, we saw what he can do. And, this season when Ohio State's coming to Austin, I think maybe those expectations will be a little bit more warranted and a little bit more justified. But once again, Arch ain't going out and throwing for 350 and 4 against this Ohio State team. I don't care how many people they lost in the league. This is still a really good Ohio State team, but I'd also expect Texas to put up more than 7 points this time around.
We're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. Texas baseball finished the season off strong, sweeping Missouri to get the number 2 seed. They will play the winner, I believe, of Tennessee and Alabama or Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. That's what I thought. They will play that winner tomorrow afternoon, 3:00. What was the season like for you, the regular season and, of course, SEC play? Obviously, Anthony Pack Jr., freshman of the year, thought it was going to come down to him and Cozart. You look at the all-conference team. I'm shocked that Casey Borba wasn't on the all-defensive team. But what was your thoughts on the season as a whole?
I mean, I'm not too shocked that Casey wasn't on the all-defensive team because he played 2 different positions. Where exactly are you gonna put him? But I think this season was good. They were picked to finish second. They finished second. There are some struggles. That A&M series obviously wasn't great, but you had some people emerge. I mean, Dylan Volantis became a star after being the closer last year. Anthony Pack Jr. People forget that Anthony Pack Jr. was kind of the 4th outfielder coming into the season. And he emerged into, obviously, Aiden Robbins as the star of that outfielder, but Anthony Pack Jr. is 1B. The transfers that Texas brought in that people were really high on, the Aiden Robbins, Carson Tinney, they lived up to their expectations. And this is still a team where you probably think, there's another level they can go. Aiden Rodriguez, wasn't spectacular at the plate. Wasn't what we expect him to be. So does he kind of hit that level in the postseason as he, gets more and more healthy? As some of these other guys step up, throughout the season. There's obviously some concerns about the pitching staff as you head into the postseason. Sam Kozer, another guy who definitely stepped up, that people were wondering what exactly he'd be as a freshman coming to the season. So it was as expected. Now the postseason begins. That's what people at Texas, doesn't really matter what you do in the regular season. It matters what happens over the next couple weeks, because people expect Omaha here in Austin. So I think this season went about as expected, and now we'll see where exactly that takes us over these next few weeks.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too that I was looking at. You start looking at this staff and how he said he's going to, obviously these are the weeks that he starts to shrink them. Next week for sure. This week he's going to probably just play it out and see what happens, because you don't have to tax your bullpen. But Max Grubbs not being there is something that I don't think a lot of folks truly understand. If you knew anything about Max Grubbs, what he did last year for this baseball team and how many innings he was eating up throughout the week, not just on the weekends, he was an integral part of what's going on. How big of a void is that going to be headed into the postseason?
It's a void in a couple different reasons. I mean, it's not a void in the sense that Max Grubb wasn't going to be pitching the 9th inning of a decisive game in Omaha, but he was going to give you innings, whether it was a blowout or Longhorns down or Longhorns up. He's a guy that they could turn to eat some innings. And he's also a veteran guy, because I think what people forget about Max was their Friday starter 2 years ago. He started that Louisiana game in the College Station Regional. So that's a guy who has experience, who knows what the postseason's like. I think he pitched both of the UTSA games last year. So, he's used to pitching in. He's been pitching in, big pressure moments. And when you have a bullpen that's full of a lot of freshmen and a lot of young guys who haven't done it before, losing a veteran arm like that hurts. And obviously, Max is still going to be around and still be able to, coach him up and, give these guys advice. But that's I'm sure Jim would love to have an experience asset like that to turn to in various situations, because, Max could come in and pitch in a multitude of situations. So losing that hurts, but it's also kind of baseball. There isn't a single baseball team in the country right now that isn't dealing with some kind of injury right now. So you just got to adapt, lean on that depth, and looks like Sam Kozer may just have to pitch every single bullpen in the tournament.
Danny, do you think that Texas is one of the top 3 teams in this tournament?
In the SEC or NCAA?
In the NCAA.
I mean, it's tough to say. They're not going to be ranked top 3. I mean, they'll probably enter, unless they go on some miraculous run, they'll probably enter as probably the 4 or the 5, which is kind of where they're sitting right now. But I mean, these tournaments are kind of a crapshoot. I mean, anyone can get hot. I'd imagine that there's probably not I had to go back and look at it, but there's not a huge run of success of the number 1 overall seed winning the entire tournament. I mean, we saw that last year. The top 2 teams went down in the regional round. So, I mean, I think it's just a matter of who gets hot over these next couple weeks. I think every single team that enters is going to be flawed. It's going to be, whoever, is running those pools. I think if you get one of those top 8 seeds, you're going to have just as much of a chance at the number 8 as you do as the number 1, which I assume will probably be UCLA. But, Texas is definitely going to be in the mix, and it's just a matter of whether or not their pitching holds up in the tournament, and whether or not they can get hot offensively for a few weeks, kind of sustain that through an Omaha run.
No doubt. There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. The next time we talk to you, we will know where or who will be in the Austin Regional, because I believe they pretty much got that locked up.
Well, I hope this time around I was less salty for your viewers back home, because I got some complaints about some of my comments last week. So I hope today was a little bit better for all the viewers back home.
No, man, you good. You always
say whatever you want to. Say it with your chest, Danny.
This is a happy place. Let it go. There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Jim Schlossnagle as he tells a few players what team they got a chance to be on. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The road to Omaha runs through Texas. From Austin to the College World Series, Texas baseball chases championship glory.
Swung on it, the ball hit well. Out to left, say goodnight to a grand slam.
Listen to every pitch.
Strike 3 called right on the inside corner.
On 1300 The Zone.
Slam down the left field line. That's a walk-off. Longhorns win it.
Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
Your summer travel budget is about to get $1,000 heavier.
No way.
You better start planning and listen weekdays for many chances a day to win bonus bucks.
Hey guys, I'm Lourdes. I'm Hannah. And we're Rowdy Cowgirls from Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock, Texas. Come see us. We're excited to meet you and get rowdy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A stalled vehicle blocks off the left lane on the service road of Highway 71 westbound at Congress Avenue. Hopping on I-35 northbound this morning, you're starting to slow down from 130 up to Highway 71, a 10-minute slowdown, and 15 minutes tacked on to the morning commute going northbound on 35 from 45 to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Now, stepping up to the plate is a household name, weighing in at roughly 115 pounds with a wingspan of 98 inches. It's Samsung.
Kid, I know it's baseball season, but this isn't what I meant when I said to incorporate sports into the company commercial.
Sorry, old man. I just want everyone to know that audiovisual consultations can make your home feel like a stadium.
That's true. Audiovisual provides stadium surround sound, huge screen video, controlled lighting, and even temperature control. On our roster, every customer is an MVP.
Sounds like audiovisual knows how to score a home run with our customers.
All right, kid, that's enough with the baseball puns.
But I'm trying to tell everyone that audiovisual is a real catch. You'll love our services.
Kid?
There's nothing coming out of left field when you give us a call. We won't break your balls.
Kid, we only have a minute.
Pitch, please. I don't need your attitude right now.
Rest assured, listeners, audiovisual is much better at installing and designing custom home theaters than we are at making jokes.
Just check our stats. Give us a call at 512-255-8678 or visit us online at avconsultations.com.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. Pantalones.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all get distracted when we drive, whether it's from our phones or kids in the backseat bickering. But how we handle these distractions can be a matter of life or death. Before you get on the road for your next road trip, please put your phones on silent and take a mental note to focus on driving.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This October, run or walk for survivorship at Livestrong's Run for the Roses. More at livestrong.org.
From the Audiovisual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work. There's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
American statesman. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will talk AFC West in that position out there. A lot of changes going on, injuries, people coming back from injuries, and violations. But right now, I want you to hear from Coach Schwarzenegger as a Texas trio got invited to be part of the USA baseball team.
Let me have these three guys stand up. Dylan Valanis, Anthony Pack, and Sam Cozart. These three gentlemen have been invited to the USA national team. Let's have Aiden Robbins, Sam Cozart, and Dylan Valanis. First team All-SEC. Congratulations. There we go. Good job. Second team All-SEC. Anthony Pack, Carson Tenney. Good job. Newcomer of the year. Newcomer. That means not a freshman, but a JUCO or transfer. Aiden Robbins. Second year in a row. SEC Freshman of the Year, Anthony Pack. Coach, give me that pass. Congratulations. All right. Good job, guys. Outstanding. Good work. Let's win a national title. All right? Yeah. Horns up.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You start to look at what they are and what they've been able to do. And like I said, Anthony Pack Jr. has impressed me the entire way of the way that he goes about his business and the way he plays the game. So I've been impressed with that young man and enjoyed watching him grow as a player. Aiden Robbins, we expected that. Dylan Valanis, as you just heard from Danny, he's a star.
Yeah.
And that is what it's all about. Yesterday in the SEC tournament, number 16 seed Missouri beat Ole Miss 10-8. Missouri now will take on Mississippi State. That game, first pitch will be at 9:32 this morning. Kentucky lost to Vanderbilt 8-5. So now Vanderbilt will take on the number 5 seed Florida Gators. That game will be around 1 o'clock. Last night, South Carolina falls to Tennessee. Tennessee will now take on Arkansas. The winner of that matchup will take on the Texas Longhorns tomorrow at 3 p.m. And LSU, the number 14 seeded LSU Tigers, defending national champions. They got to get it out the mud for real. They beat Oklahoma 6-2 yesterday. Well, now they will take on Auburn tonight at 8 o'clock. So a lot going on with the SEC tournament. A lot of expectations as well. So I want to give a shout out to Katie Stewart, softball. She is named first team All-American in softball. So she led the team in home runs, continues to show a lot of power and promise. And I was asked about the softball team last night in an interview that I did. And the one thing that I kept saying about softball is this team is so balanced from top to bottom. When we're not talking about Reese Atwood, that means that this team has a lot from 1 through 9 and the extra players and everybody else that'll get an opportunity. So this is a big weekend for Texas softball. It will get underway tomorrow, on Friday night. They get their shot at it. And it's going to be interesting too, because how do they approach this matchup? Arizona State can actually hit the softball, and they hit it well. They'll put a lot of pressure on you. Former SID for the University of Texas, my guy Chris Allen Brown, he is now the SID for Arizona State. So he's coming back into town this weekend as well.
Well, let's hope that is bittersweet.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hope he leaves here aggravated.
Gonna be mad as all get out. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so this is going to be a fun weekend of baseball for baseball and softball. Obviously, the winner of the series with Texas and Arizona State will be going to Oklahoma for the College World Series. So big opportunities are ready to be handled here on the 40 acres. Coming up next, we're going to talk AFC West. And there's a lot going on, from the number one pick to injuries to suspensions. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300.
You can't do that.
And always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Have you figured out your favorite day at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock yet? The hottest new sports bar in Texas is great every day, thanks to the Rowdy Cowgirl. An amazing menu of food, drinks, 70 big screen TVs. But Tuesday is Bikinis and Booze Day with all the Texas spirits and beers on special. If you aren't checking out the Rowdy Cowboy every day of the week, well, you're missing out. So saddle up and hit the trail for Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 Loop.
Here's a tip from iHeartRadio Earth to make your spring garden more pollinator-friendly. Did you know 1 out of 3 bites of food we eat exists thanks to pollinators like bees, butterflies, and bats? Many flowering plants depend on pollinators to grow and reproduce. You can help support pollinators by planting native flowers that provide food, habitat, and nesting spaces. Learn more at pollinator.org. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. For tips or to take action, visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
It's the start of official grilling season, so get outside and fire up the grills with Heartland Steak Co., known for its high-quality meat, unbeatable freshness, and a family-style commitment to care. At Heartland Steak Co., you're getting premium Midwestern meats, hand-cut, hand-picked, and delivered straight to your door. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteakco.com. And right now, when you spend $175 or more, you'll get 8 free steak patties with promo code PATTIES at heartlandsteakco.com. Taste the Heartland difference.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
Hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. In hour number 1, we talked about the collapse by the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday as the New York Knicks came from behind 22 points with 7.5 minutes left in the ball game to win it 115-104. There's a lot of noise coming out of there. And I want you to hear about Kendrick Perkins real quick. I want you to hear Kendrick Perkins talk about the reaction of the Cavaliers and this loss. And he knew exactly what they were going to do when it came to James Harden.
They went after Harden, didn't they?
Oh, I was waiting on that. Again, when the pressure is on, we watch Harden and the Cleveland Cavaliers fold like clean sheets. And I got to give a lot of blame to Harden and Kenny Atkinson. One, for having Harden on the floor. Like, he was a defensive liability for them all in that fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Big body Brunson. 7 for 8 in the fourth in overtime when James Harden was defending them. When James Harden defended anybody else on the Knicks, they were 9 for 15.
Go, attack. And that's exactly what they did.
I just got worried what James Harden had to say about this game.
No, that game sucked.
Yeah, exactly, because they was ISOing me out. But the truth is, when you find the weakness, you got to exploit it, and that's exactly what.
Why wouldn't he call a timeout and put Schroeder back in?
Well, I think
just in the crunch time, just, you know what I'm saying? Just when it was when Murrow hit that 3, yeah. and if they would have went into that timeout and put him back in, they Cleveland wins the game.
Why don't he just call a timeout? Period. He
didn't call a timeout. Period, did he?
Yep. They just let him roll. They just let him play it up.
Like, you can't put it all on James.
Well,
at this point, you got to put it on the coach too. He did a horrible job of coaching.
Because James can step up one time in his life and play some defense.
Yeah, but that's not what coaching is. You're a coach.
I understand that, but that's why sometimes. But I'm also a player, and I'm like, I'm not doing nothing else. And I know I'm being exploited.
James running down court. You as the coach, I know you. You're gonna be like, James, they coming at you, man up.
That's my point. Like, when does he have to do that?
And then when they don't, what do? Timeout, James. Schroeder, go in for James.
Yeah.
You got to do your job as a coach. That's why they pay coaches. That's why coaches get fired.
22-point lead. 22 points.
Yeah, somebody should get fired. But nobody's going to.
22 points.
22 points.
That is with 7 minutes
horrible.
left. 7.5 minutes left. But we also got a chance to talk about Texas baseball and them getting ready to take on the winner of Tennessee and Arkansas as they will play tonight, this afternoon. And then Texas will play Friday at 3. Let's get into this conversation because the AFC West is the most interesting division for me. When you look at the Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, the LA Raiders, and the Los Angeles Chargers, you think of Hardball and you think of Justin Herbert as the quarterback. You think of Andy Reid and you think of Patrick Mahomes.
And the rebuild of the Raiders.
Then you think of Denver, you think of Sean Payton, and you think of Bo Nix, who is coming off of an injury. Let's not forget that. And in this situation, if you're the not Rams, but the Raiders, you got Clint Kubiak and you got Mendoza, and you got Kirk Cousins. And do you put this young man in the grease? So much to try to figure out with this with this division. Patrick Mahomes thinks he's going to be ready week 1. That is, he's above schedule, he's ahead of schedule, but how effective is he going to be when he first gets back to practicing and trying to get in the game? Then you look at Denver. You think Denver, their roster's set up great. They have some good pieces.
Texas North.
But how good is Bo Nix going to be after coming off of his injury?
Well, he had a foot injury, so it's not like he tore his, rotator cuff and it's going to take 9 months, or that he had an ACL tear that would take a year. I mean, he's got a 6 to 8 week injury that he needs to rehab properly, properly rehab. That's the key. And if he could do that, he'll be fine. He'll be back.
Well, we'll see about that. And then, of course, you got to look at what's going on with the Raiders. The Raiders have got an interesting dynamic of the number 1 pick and a guy that is a veteran quarterback in the league. Do you throw him out there? If that line is not good, if everything is going the right way or not going, do you just go with Kirk Cousins and let Kirk Cousins endure that, or do you throw Mendoza out there right away?
No, Kirk Cousins is going to get that all the way. I want him to sit back for 6 to 8 weeks and understand what the difference in speed of the NFL is.
Yep.
And let this offensive line kind of gel, work out all the bugs. That's what Kirk Cousins getting paid all that money for. But the thing that's going to make the Raiders a better team, Hardge, is what they did by bringing back the defensive end that got traded away to Baltimore. Then they bring in the Kobe Dean as the middle linebacker, and the Kobe Dean top 5 middle linebacker in the NFL. So they increased on their defense. They drafted well. The running game should be better because they have a better sense of how to use a guy like Genty. So the Raiders are going to be on the upswing. Not going to win anything, but they're going to be on the upswing.
That was about to be my
They'll
question.
be better than they were last year.
That was about to be my question.
That's not saying much.
I was going to say.
They was at the bottom.
Yeah, because they were the number 1 overall pick. They did have the number 1 overall pick.
They'll be better. Not by much.
Not by much. But then you look at what's going on with Patrick Mahomes. How is Patrick Mahomes going to be back in Kansas City? Is he going to be 100% healthy? And, of course, now, not only do you have Andy Reid, you also have Eric Public Bieniemy back in the fold, which means they may run the football a lot better, which means they could take a lot of pressure off Pat early. But it is Patrick Mahomes, and he's going to think that he's ready to go. No warning, no nothing. Let's go.
Well, we saw that Andy Reid did a good job as a play caller, but Eric Bieniemy is a better situational play caller with what they have, especially in the running game, and now they've upgraded their running game.
Right.
So he's going to get maximized what that is. The thing about the Chiefs is not Patrick Mahomes. It's Rashee Rice.
Yep.
They have got to find quality humans as well as quality players. Rashee Rice broke his parole by smoking marijuana, testing positive, and now he's got a 30-day jail stint and is going to miss training camp. Yep, he hit the bomb.
Stay off the
weed. Stay off the drugs.
Yeah, just say no. Here's the thing about Rashee Rice. Now, this is a guy whose timeline is not very good when it comes to driving and causing an accident.
Better than Tiger Woods.
I don't know. I really don't know.
He had one incident. Tiger had like 8.
Too many. They both having
They
too many.
Too many. One too many.
Yeah, this dude has violated his probation. The original charges, his probation stems from a guilty plea of third-degree felony charges after he had that collision involving serious bodily injury as he was
fleeing the
racing.
scene.
Yeah, and he ended up leaving the scene. So he's had discipline in the NFL. He's already had to miss 6 games last year due to that crash. He's definitely going to probably miss again because he tested positive. So that's going to put him in the rehab portion of his contract where they're going to do random testing on him now all the time. They got to put him in the program, as they like to say.
And he voided away a lot of money.
Yes, he's going to end up losing money.
So ridiculous, man. Is smoking weed is it that good that you're willing to give up $1.5 million? Is it that good, Hardge? I never done it.
I mean, you're just asking me in general.
I'm in general, not as if you have partaken.
I'm like, hey, now.
Like we know people that possibly have partake of this.
Right.
This what do you call it?
Garden of lettuce.
Yeah.
The
devil's
devil's lettuce.
Yeah, the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, man. $1.5 million. If they said, Mark, listen, you cannot eat cookies for the rest of your life, and we're going to give you $1.5 million for the next 5 years.
Mark,
I'm not going to eat no cookies for the next 5 years.
You're not going to eat it where people can see.
I'll eat pie. You say nothing about pie and cobbler. I'm going to have other things, but I'm not going to eat cookies.
That's a good way of describing it, Mark.
He is a wreck, bro. I'm so mad I could drive to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
I was going to say, because you don't like to drive that far.
No, I fall asleep in Dallas. I ain't going to make it. I'm not going to make it.
When we come back, somebody that shouldn't be making it is Will Wade. Y'all are not going to believe this story out of LSU. Well, maybe you will. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
The right shoulder is blocked off by a crash going southbound on I-35 at 183. The opposite direction of I-35 has some rush hour traffic, adding 15 minutes to the drive from 45 over to William Cannon. But some good news on 183 southbound. All lanes are back open after an earlier crash at Oak Knoll Drive has been taken care of. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings.
This is the story of the one.
As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This time of the year, it's about getting together. Summer weekends, holidays, having people over, firing up the grill, and just enjoying life. And if you're the one doing the grilling, you want something that you can really count on. That's why we love RecTech. RecTeq. They're wood-fired grills built for moments like this. You get more heat, consistent temperature control, and more stainless steel construction. Built like a tank, made to deliver years of incredible meals. RecTech's consistent temperature control keeps the heat steady, so you get reliable results every time. Whether you're cooking brisket, ribs, burgers, or steaks, top-rated RecTech grilling app will help you along the way to keep an eye on everything from your phone while you spend time with family and friends. Plus, thousands of five-star reviews and a U.S.-based support team. You're getting a grill you can trust. Your summer plans, make sure your grill is ready. RecTeq.com. RecTech, built by grillers for grillers.
Hey, this is Jamie Loftus, and this is my new weekly show, 16th Minute of Fame, the podcast where every episode I take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Who were they? What made them so notorious? How did the internet, or sometimes the algorithm, choose them? And what does a person do when they're suddenly confronted with more attention than the human psyche can handle? Take The Dress, a story that went uber viral in early 2015 in spite of being, well, kind of a boring optical illusion. A mother of the bride in Scotland took a picture of a dress she was thinking about wearing to her daughter's wedding. But she saw the dress as blue with black lace, and her daughter saw it as white with gold lace. One BuzzFeed post later, every single person on the internet was talking about the dress. But to me, the dress is a story about the last couple of months when the internet was still sort of fun. It was shortly before the stories that spread across the internet stopped being driven by exploited millennials with useless arts degrees and started being decided by algorithms hell-bent on growing internet usership at all costs. And on a long enough timeline, the story of the dress is one entangled with abuse and media exploitation. Internet history is a tricky thing to be invested in. It feels like every time a bad with business billionaire buys up another platform, history starts being erased. With the team at Cool Zone Media, we're taking these characters' 16th minute of fame to see what their moment meant to them and what it says about us.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers, even on your TV. All devices, all the time. We are everywhere you are. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Stay locked in all day long, because following us will be Dan Patrick, followed by Colin Cowherd, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way with the Craig Way Show, Bucky and DK, and Round Rock Express Baseball. We'll recap all of that in the show. But I want to talk about the portal. I want to talk about the NCAA when it comes to college basketball. The one thing that we've always had a discussion about here on this show is that once you go pro, that's where you go. When you leave college, you need to be gone. When you're done, you don't need to go test the waters. You can go to the combine, and you got a certain date to say, hey, I'm coming back. I'm cool with that. But if you leave your name and you're behind in that draft, that is where you need to be. You made that business decision to go and go find new work. Be a pro. And be a pro.
Whether it's Europe or around the world.
Wherever it may be.
That's where you live now.
Go get it in. Go do your thing. But once you step on campus and you decide it's time for me to go, you gone. Well, not at LSU. Because LSU has now put together an all, I guess you would say, pro team. You can call them an all-pro team.
The movie Semi-Pro.
Semi-pro. Yeah, we'll go there. There's one player that was drafted in 2020 that is now, you heard me, drafted in 2020 that is now potentially going to be playing for LSU. There's two players that are 23 years old that have played in the Euro League. That's right. You heard me. There's one player that is 22 years old that played at Kentucky. There's another player, 23 years old, that played at UTSA. But that's not the one that's getting the most story. RJ Luis, 23 years old, played in the G League.
Yeah, NBA.
And now is able to go back to college. Now let's hear from John Goodman, who is very boisterous when it comes to this thought process of what Will Wade is. Now, let's be perfectly clear. The NCAA, and it's within the rules, okay, we get it. But just because it's within the rules don't mean you got to do it. And this is where Goodman is at with Will Wade.
Will Wade, I wish you didn't come back to college basketball. Honestly, I mean that. I like Will. I've known Will since he was an assistant at Harvard back in 2007, 2008. But, man, you suck for college basketball right now. Seriously, you suck for college basketball. You're making it into a mockery. And look in the mirror and understand it's not just about you. This is about more than just you. This is about the sport of college basketball. Have some pride. Have some dignity. Don't try to ruin the sport. Don't try. The first sign was when you hired Slick Rick Stansbury. That was the first sign when you got to LSU that you were going to muck it up as much as humanly possible. I know people are trying to push the rules. I get it. Scott Drew did it last year with James Najee. Nate Oates did it last year, obviously with Charles Bediako. But this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, you got a second chance here after being run out of the sport. You were great at McNeese State. And then you know what? Another high major gave you an opportunity at NC State. And what did you do? You did this after 1 year. You did this after 1 year at NC State, and you said, I'm gone. I'm going back to LSU. And now it's the same shit all over again. Obviously, the rules have changed. We know that. But come on, man. Again, have some pride. Have some dignity in your profession. Have some dignity.
That, to me, is perfectly described on what the situation is. It's
that he reached into the underbelly of the sport.
Yes.
But let me look at it from a different perspective. Let me give it to you from a different perspective. And I'm going to be an optimist right here. Maybe he is showing them how ignorant they are by allowing this. I'm going to take it to the nth. I'm not going to just get one of these guys or two of these guys. I'm getting all of them. And I'm going to show you how good this is for them, but not good for college basketball.
Yeah.
And now you see these grown-ups, guys that have played pro ball, go in and play against college players. LSU is going to be pretty good. You know what LSU is going to look like? They're going to be a more athletic version of BYU. You know how hard it is to beat BYU? Because they're 25. They're grown-ups. You go to the rec center and you see that one 26, 27-year-old guy they're playing with the 19-year-olds. It ain't fair.
Right.
That's what we're going to see in college basketball this upcoming season. It's going to take a really good coach and a really good program to beat LSU.
Well, here's the other part of that, and I like the analogy on BYU. But when's the last time BYU won anything?
Well, they beat a lot of people.
They beat them, but they ain't win anything.
They haven't won anything.
So it's not guaranteed.
But think about all the people that were not able to succeed and go on further because they took a loss to BYU.
Yeah,
they play spoiler. How about that?
Yeah. Well, Seth Greenberg Seth on Hoops. And by the way, that was Jeff Goodman, not John Goodman. That'll be interesting, him talking about basketball. But Seth Greenberg said, quote, the NCAA must have clear rules and guidelines for international pros and players that left college chasing that NBA or any professional career and then want to come back and play. Choices have consequences. These roster signings are a complete joke. They are signing guys that have had playing time in the NBA. That RJ Luis, he signed a two-way deal with the Jazz and was later traded to the Celtics and was then waived. So now he's trying to come back to college. And
he is.
I think there's going to be a lot of injunctions that'll be filed here. Not guaranteeing it, but yes, it's hard because we've seen every injunction just kind of get passed over and be like, nope, we got to go back in. So we sit here and watch these teams build their rosters and their programs. We are in a place where it is so difficult for the kids that are doing it the right way to get an opportunity, because not only are they competing against the other 500,000 kids that are playing across the country, they're also playing against people that have already played in college. Then you're going up against people that have already played in the pros that are trying to get your spot too. This is a tough time for college athletics, and that's why they are going wild west on this thing, because there is no governing body that is going to be able to stop it.
They got to get back in college and get that basket weaving degree.
Well, you got to get out there.
Marcus,
whatever it takes.
Too soon,
They get them in, though. They're going to teach them how to cook crawfish. That's what it is.
Hey, man, culinary arts is a valuable resource.
100%. I'm all for it.
All three of us can agree on that.
Hey, let them guys learn how to make beignets and gumbo.
That's what they out there cooking. They trying to become chefs out there instead of cooking on that field because they didn't want to go get a real job. I mean, come on, man. Like, dog.
What if they doing it like that, though, Hardge? What if he's doing it to make a mockery of the NCAA?
Well, he's doing a doggone good job. But the problem is now you got these people trying to come to a school thinking that they're going to school, and now you're going to tell them you was just making a mockery of it. I was just playing. Y'all can't come here now.
Hey, they taking their money. They're going to take the money. You're getting your money.
Oof.
And I wouldn't tell them that I'm going to make a mockery. Why would I do that?
No.
That's for me.
No.
I'm going to save that.
Yeah, but people start to understand that, hey, man, the rulings are going to be the rulings, and that is why they are pushing it to the, like you said, to the level that we have not seen yet because of the stupidity of how this thing has been run.
Yeah, he needs to coach him up. He needs to win. And then when they come down on him, say, hey, the rule, yes, this is what I wanted to prove to you,
right?
That this is ignorant. That we should not do this to college basketball.
Right.
I will never do it again because I pissed off a lot of my friends, my contemporaries, and I hurt the game.
Right.
Just like you are hurting the game. And if I have to go coach AAU for the rest of my life, I'm good now.
Well, that'll be good because that's pretty much the same thing as coaching in college now. It's all AAU. You don't never know how old they are.
Hardge kicking and you kicking below the belt.
Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man giving you the world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right shoulder remains blocked off due to a crash on I-35 southbound at 183. There's a new accident at the corner of FM 812 and FM 973. And looking onto Mopac southbound, you are starting to slow down this morning, going from Breaker Lane into downtown. It'll take an extra 5 minutes to make that change. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Hey, y'all, this is Post Malone. Back in '86, Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired Texans to take pride in ending roadside litter. Don't Mess with Texas has meant don't litter for 40 years. Let's keep it up.
Brought to you by TxDOT.
Hardball Hardge for Covert, Ford, and Hutto. Trucks go head-to-head to win your trust, and Ford is coming in hot. Save $6,766 on a new 2026 Ford F-150 STX, or save up to $7,646 on a new 2026 Ford Explorer. Or why not get behind the wheel of a Ford Bronco Big Bend with $4,336 off? Big trucks, big savings. Come and see us at Highway 79 in Hutto, or shop for a deal anytime at covertfordhutto.com.
Get rewarded just for shopping with Simon Plus. Don't miss Memorial Day sales at Simon Premium Outlets and Mills. You can get points at scores of stores, access to exclusive offers, and exciting surprises. You've got an extra day off, so make it pay off with the best deals from brands you love all in one place. It's a summer kickoff thing. Join today at simonplus.com. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Henyon & Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Henyon & Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for over 35 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds that are tax-free and, according to Moody's research, have been historically low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Hello, I'm Ozempic, and I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, are you shaking a maraca?
Nope, I'm shaking the pill version of Ozempic, which no one should ever do except in ads like this.
A nice disclaimer.
Hey, thanks. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets, 9 milligrams, and Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, mostly cloudy with rain ending this afternoon, a high near 80. Scattered thunderstorms tonight, a low near 70. Thursday, thunderstorms, a high of 82.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The soundtrack to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
You heard the beat drop, so that can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, D. Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
All right.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is
it? It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Marcus, Back then, they didn't know me. Now that I'm hot, they all on me. All right. Another edition of the World's Strongest State. Guys, I don't talk about wrestling very often. Obviously, because I do other radio shows and it's not frowned upon, but they kind of look at you funny. But as this conversation takes place, it revolves around sport. There's a wrestler by the name of Danhausen. Danhausen is very nice and very evil. Face paint, and Danhausen walks around with a jar full of teeth. Yeah, maybe you didn't hear me. I said he walks around with a jar full of teeth. The dark mystical arts, and he curses people. And Danhausen was at the New York Knicks game yesterday. And one of the things that I feel like is left out of the equation is the fact that when the Knicks were down 0-2 to Atlanta, Danhausen came in and for a small sum of money, which is what he usually asks. I just want a small sum of money. He uncursed the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have lost one game since. And now they're in the championship of the Western Conference. They were down 22 points, Hardge. And we're trying to figure out how in the world did this happen? Well, maybe it's the supernatural, Hardge. Maybe Danhausen actually had something to do with it.
I will take credit for the Knicks winning streak. I will do that. That sounds wonderful. I do have a special mission I've been sent on, and that is for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, to let them know that they are cursed.
Oh! Wow. And I've been a fan of Danhausen for 5-6 years now. Before he went to AEW, where I was at AEW when he was hired. And for whatever reason, they decided that they did not want to use him. He was coming off of an injury, and they just paid him for 2 years. Sit at home. Don't come. We'll pay you your money.
That's a nice gig.
If you can get it. But if you're a professional and you're competitive and you want to make a difference, you want to go out and show yourself. And they did not allow that to happen. Of course, his contract runs out. The WWE picks him up. And now he's the toast of the town. He was talked about as much as any major wrestler in the world at WrestleMania week. And now here we are during the NBA Western Conference Finals playoffs, and the world is talking about Danhausen. I think that Danhausen is deserving of being a good performer, as well as somebody that has transcended pro wrestling. Him and Obafemi are two guys. You watched hockey. We're going to do that hockey the other night. Hockey forward scores for Montreal, and he does the Obafemi dance. And I'm like, what am I seeing? Wrestling culture is prevalent with sports right now, and I think it's great. And my opinion is this: we need more of this. What say you?
You need more of what?
We need more of entertainment to be involved in pro sports. You look at the Knicks; they have the Kylie Jenner's boyfriend and Spike Lee, and they show all these celebrities.
Make sure the Knicks get those tickets near Colleen Charlemagne for Danhausen.
Yeah, he need that. He need that.
No. So yeah, I mean, it is definitely something to really talk about because of the fact that all of these sports, they all think they can do each other's sports anyway.
Right.
So the entertainment value is, it's more entertaining a lot of times for those that do other things. Like, it's entertaining for me to go and watch you at wrestling. It would be entertaining for you to watch me at baseball because that's what we did. And you when you know the business, it changes the aspect of it, which is why a lot of celebrities go to all of these different events, because they know what it's like getting into character to play another role. Each night, those players are getting into their character to be that player. You come in your regular clothes, but when you put on your uniform, you change your mindset. And so just like in wrestling, you become a different individual once you get into the building.
I love the fact also, Hardge, that there's not hate. There used to be this, oh my God, pro wrestling, but it just so happens that
only Rob Parker.
Yeah, only Rob. That Jalen Brunson is one of the biggest wrestling fans in the world. And he comes to the shows when WWE is at the Garden or AEW is at the Garden or in New York City. Like, so, like, it helps. Tyrese Halliburton. Like, there are guys that they love pro wrestling.
Yep.
And let them do it. Jason Kelsey and what's the tight end for San Francisco?
Kittles.
Kittles. Like, these guys, they love it.
Yeah.
So I think there should be more.
Well, I'm sure there is, and I mean, if you go to each part of it and you start to look at each arena, they bring out a different person that's there.
Right.
Like, whoever the celebrity is in that city is going to be at that event, and so they try to make sure that they intertwine everybody that's in there. Donovan Mitchell likes it as well, so a lot of celebrities are into it. When we come back, we got to tell you about tonight. Big matchup. It's time again. And Shaq has given Wembanyama a brand new name. It's American, of course, as only Shaq can do. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
The voice of the Horns. Craig Way on 1300 The Zone. Weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
The right shoulder remains blocked off due to a crash on I-35 southbound at 183. There's a new accident at the corner of FM 812 and FM 973. And looking onto Mopac southbound, you are starting to slow down this morning, going from Breaker Lane into downtown. It'll take an extra 5 minutes to make that change. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
With the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people with great deals on the Ram 1500. Back with the legendary Hemi V8 and the Ram Heavy Duty. With the available Cummins Turbo Diesel delivering 1,075 pound-feet of torque, all backed by a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because nothing stops Ram. Hurry in for the Declaration of Deals. Excludes BEVs, applies to 2026 model year vehicles, non-transferable. Visit Mopar.com for complete details and a copy of the powertrain limited warranty. Cummins is a registered trademark of Cummins Inc. Ram and Hemi are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. pantalones. Tired of juggling multiple pay apps? Make splitting lunch or sending a gift simple with Instant Pay from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Instant Pay is your all-in-one way to send money. No more guessing if they use Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. Just send a text right from the ATFCU mobile app, and they can choose where to deposit the funds. It's fast, easy, and free for both you and the recipient, even if they're not an ATFCU member. All you need is an ATFCU checking account and debit card. Visit atfcu.org or stop by one of our 24 area locations. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This July, Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, on and always free on the iHeart Radio app. As the show was going on today, news came out that the San Antonio Spurs are to play regular season games in Paris and Manchester in January 2027. The Spurs will face the New Orleans Pelicans on January the 14th in Paris, and then on January the 17th in Manchester. So they will play back-to-back games over there.
The same team?
So they will play the same team, back-to-back games. So good stuff right there for the San Antonio Spurs, and the San Antonio Spurs continue to have a great look and a great outlook for the rest of this series. They've kind of flipped home court advantage, and now you look at them. If they could go out there and steal another game on the road, it will be very interesting for OKC to see what they're going to be capable of doing. But I expect a much tighter basketball game tonight. I mean, they went to double overtime.
I'm like, how is it going to get tighter?
It's going to be another one of those types of games.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that last game that the Spurs played against Minnesota, where Wemby comes out and is a monster because he was abused, he was tripped, he was accosted, he was held.
Much more of a monster with 42, with 41.
The league is going to have to help this situation.
Wow.
Teams are outright cheating him.
The league's going to help because SGA will not have another bad game like that.
Yeah, they're going to.
No, SGA doesn't have a choice because he's got 4 fresh guards going at him, and they're going to keep rotating them, just like I said.
So let me ask you this. I want you to hear what our guy, Shaquille O'Neal, he just got another degree that they gave him the other day. And they call it he said the Charles Barkley Shaquille O'Neal when he was called. So he was getting his degree. It was so bad. I want you to hear Shaq has changed Wembanyama's name.
What were your words to describe what you saw last night? I mean, Wemby played spectacular. Happy for him. He only shot 2 threes. He took advantage of the mismatch. I was surprised that they tried to put your son on him that time. But listen, he played a lot of hard. He played a lot of effort. They tried to be physical against him, but it didn't matter. They knocked him down a few times. He kept it poised. I like the way he played. French clap. His American name is Tim Robinson. He played like Tim Duncan and David Robinson mixed it up. Happy for the kid. That's the American name, Tim Robinson.
He gave an American name, Tim Robinson.
I'm confused because I've never seen Tim Duncan or David Robinson shoot it from 30 feet.
Impressive.
Never had to.
Yeah, exactly. Different game, man. Different game. But for Wemby to do what he did, so we'll see what ends up happening in tonight's game. We also need to talk about this. Jason Kidd was relieved of his duties yesterday as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, which is interesting. So now everybody involved with getting Luka out of town, even though even though Jason Kidd said he wasn't part of it, it was all the general manager doing everything. Nico
y'all
Harrison.
Come out.
Yeah.
They caught y'all. They caught you. No, you in the bushes. Come on out. They see you. But you know what, Hardge?
They got rid of everybody.
Sometimes you got to clean house when you start over, because there's always going to be that lingering person that want to stick to what used to be.
Do they bring Luka back?
No, how?
The trade.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
What if he becomes a free agent? He doesn't sign the extension. Like, what do you?
What in 4 years?
I mean, still got an opportunity.
Oh, stop it. We're not thinking about 4 years from now. We're thinking about next year.
Well,
I'm like,
you was on me yesterday about talking about.
Well, you was talking about trading. You was talking about you was getting rid of everybody, and they just now starting to play.
Well, I mean, now they can get rid of Kyrie Irving and all the rest of those old guys that are not going to be in line with what they're going to do with Cooper Flag. They need to clean house. Dallas is going to suck next year, but that's okay.
Well, we'll see who they end up getting to be their head coach.
Because you can get a lot for Kyrie.
I think so.
Houston needs a guard, and he's going to be healthy. He was healthy enough to play this year, but because of
just what I need,
some kind of contractual thing, he didn't play for Dallas the last 30 games.
Just what I need. You trading more young talent for another aging veteran.
Hey, I'm just saying, y'all need a guard.
Well, my thing is, what are you going to do
with
There's
a lot of teams that need guards.
Van Vliet's going to be back. He's going to be back.
Well, maybe he need to go to New Orleans then.
Oh, my goodness.
I would love to see Cooper Flag play with Zion.
Cooper Flag, you going to try to trade for Zion?
Kyrie and some other pieces? They're trying to get rid of Zion. Here's going to be a fire sale in New Orleans, too.
But why would you send him to Dallas?
Memphis is going to have a fire sale. But you can't have Ja Morant come to Dallas. He'll get shot, and he won't make it.
The way, man.
He won't make it a week.
He's been out the way, man.
That's because he knows he has to.
I mean,
if he go to Dallas, Hardge,
he gonna stay out the way, man.
Stay out of South Dallas.
If he go to Dallas, no, he gonna be in Oak Cliff. He gonna be over there by the zoo.
Why the zoo?
Because the zoo is in between.
I know where the zoo is.
Okay, I'm just.
I know exactly where it's at.
That's where the Elks Club is. He gonna be over there at the Elks.
What is wrong with you, man?
He gonna be over there listening to Clarence Carter. That boy.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I do want to say this though. Tonight, that matchup is going to be huge as they get ready to see if they can go up 2-0. Think about that. 2-0 on the defending champion of the NBA. I don't see them having another bad game. I do see Wemby. I don't think he's going for 40 and 24.
No. I'm saying a good game.
I think he still can get to a good number.
30 and 15, what?
All the videos are out now.
22 of them.
All the videos, the 3 holdings where guys physically had both their hands on his wrist or on his back of his jersey. How Chet Holmgren's put his foot behind him while the other center elbowed him from the right and stepped in the front. So they teamwork a trip to knock Wemby down. So the league knows that this is going on now. So they're going to be watching for it. So all of this pushing in the back and squatting down so low that when Wemby backs in, that he falls, all of those things are illegal. And they've been pointing them out. So now, every trip down court, hey, ref, you see that? It's going in the report. If you don't call it, you're going to be in the report.
Well, the Mavs, oh my God. The Spurs definitely have been sending that to New York, showing those videos. It's just become public now. Not
right. They're releasing them on the internet now.
Yeah. So it's interesting, but we'll see. They play at 7:30 tonight. It'll be on NBC and Peacock. Let's see if we can have another barn burner like we've had.
I don't want a barn burner. I want a blowout.
No, man. I need all of that.
It's not about you. This is about the league.
Hey, OKC, 6.5 point favorites tonight. 6.5 point. That's a lot of points. Over under 216.5. Woo! We got good times happening. Special shout out to Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning. We'll have our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247. We'll also have Jim Slosnagel of Texas Baseball breaking down what's happening with the tournament and the expectations of the Texas Longhorn baseball team. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
No matter what your viewing pleasure is, Rowdy Cowboy has it for you. Hockey, basketball, playoffs, baseball, golf, auto racing. It's all worth watching on one of the 70 big screen TVs. The area's newest, best sports bar is Rowdy Cowboy. But the best view at the Rowdy Cowboy is the Rowdy Cowgirl, bringing top-notch food and beverages to your table, just like you like. You won't want to miss the Rowdy Cowgirls. For Rowdy Cowboy,